What's up, YouTube? I hope everybody's having a great day. It's really chilly and windy here. Um, so I figured that I would talk about my feelings about watching Kevin's interview. I am supposed to be calling my mom back. I called her, then she didn't answer, then she called me, and Kyrie was screaming and yelling. She wasn't upset, but she was just very loud, and it's hard talking on the phone like that. So now she's down for a nap, so I'm supposed to call her, but I figure I got time to do a little reaction response thing to Kevin's video. So, first of all, man, shit is going crazy in the world right now. And we were in the store yesterday. No, not yesterday. Whenever it was. And there's like no stuff in any of the shelves. Except for Dollar General did get their truck in. So there's toilet paper there. Anyway, so about Kevin. So when I first met Kevin, I don't know if I met Kevin first or if Mike met Kevin first. But either way, when I met him, I immediately got such a good feeling from him. And, I could tell, like, this guy is really a down-to-earth guy. Even though we're in the midst of this terrible, shitty situation, this guy's got his head on straight. That's what I always thought. And I hope that he watches this because, I know that he was saying it's scared. He's scared to go off the streets, to go off of his addiction, to go off of his drug of choice, to get this treatment for 6 weeks or whatever. It may be scary, Kevin, but it's worth it, man. Your fucking health is more important than getting high. If you are fucking dead, you can't get high, can ya? No. Okay, so, Kevin was always a great friend to me. When I would see him, I would be so happy to see him. I'd be like, I don't know, it just made like the spot, like the drug house better seeing Kevin. Even if he was in like having a shitty day and a shitty situation or whatever, it was still always really nice to see him. And, I know that he's very sick, and I know that he has a lot of reasons why he can't get the help. But all those reasons really don't add up to what's actually important for his life, which is getting better. I mean, so they put you on antibiotics for 6 weeks. Good. That's a good thing. Okay? So I just, when I watched that video, and then at the end, he said, I miss you, girl, or whatever he said, miss you, baby. That makes me feel really nice, I mean, because the fact that he's thinking about me still in that situation, getting interviewed by Tom, Allie's right there with him, his girlfriend, talking about his girlfriend passing away, and he still wants to say, give me a little shout out. So that means a lot to me. I really do love and care about Kevin so much. And, it's just, he used to have a good life before drugs, and he can still have a good life if he takes care of that shit. I just don't understand, I see a lot of my friends right now making choices that I feel like aren't good for their lives. But unfortunately, I can't make them choices for them. I gotta be like, stay away and let them make their own fucking decisions, right? But it's really hard sometimes because you just want to grab that person and just put them in a good situation and say, stay here. And then they stay there. But that isn't how it works, As humans, we tend to choose the either hardest route or the most unhealthy. I mean, that just seems to be people's comfort zones. And I know that Kevin's in his comfort zone, not technically comfortable, but definitely, more comfortable than being in the hospital and not knowing what's going to happen from one day to the next. At least when you're in addiction, you know what the fuck to expect. Okay, I'm going to go here to this spot and get this dope, or I need to go do this to make this money. I mean, it's all really cut and dry down there. So I just feel really like it pulls at my heart about Kevin because you know, when somebody told me initially that he was sick, I was like, no way, not Kevin, you know. And then when he was saying he's got vegetation growing on his heart valve, that's scary shit. That's really scary. I mean, I've fucking been in a lot of situations where I didn't take my health, you know, very, you know, strongly or into consideration. I left the hospital AMA. But in this situation with Kevin, he did leave AMA, but he knew what the fuck was going on. He knew why he was sick. He knew what he was sick with, and he still left. And I know that that's because of the drugs. I know that the last thing you want to do is call a dealer and say, hey, come to the hospital. You know, there may be some police or some campus security guards hanging around, but I really need you to bring me some dope. You know, that just doesn't work. You know, you can't. I mean, I did, but that's me, because I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. You know, I'm out there. If I was sick, I would call my dealer. A lot of my dealers I consider to be my friends, so stupid. But yeah, so I just want to say, you know, Kevin, man, I love you, man, and I don't want to hear about you dying, and you still have yet to get a hold of me. I'm sure you don't have a way to contact me, but I gave you my number. I can give it to you again. Yeah, I don't know what I could even do to help you. You know, I mean, I don't even have a place of my own to offer for you to come stay at. But I mean, there has to be more than, you know, what you got going on right now. Because it's really, you know, I mean, I've heard you say it before, and you said it to me before. It's not living. It's not. It's just existing. And at this point, you're just barely existing because your health is so marginal. So I'm really, man, when I seen that video and it said Kevin Revisited, I was just like so happy to see him again, because I was worried because he hadn't called me. And I said to him, you know, I said, Kevin, I want to hear from you before I have to hear that you passed away from something. And he said, oh, I know. Always with the I knows, you know. People, we always say that. I know. And it just, it was just like so great for me to see him, because I was worried. I had never heard from him. And there's a guy that hangs out sort of around there, says he's seen him. And that was a long time ago. So I just I didn't really know what to even expect. And I'm just really happy that Tom still goes down there and fucking sees these people, because I care about all of them. Ebony, even Becky, you know, I was in that situation with them, with Ebony, with Becky, with Allie. All these people I know. And there is a way out. There is. You know, I mean, I had to take the hard road. I had to go to fucking prison. I had to fucking come get clean and then go relapse again. You know, I mean, it takes a lot. You know, it's really hard. Even after being clean, you still fucking want to get high. You know, it's always going to be there in the back of your head. It's just, you know, it's so powerful and so strong. The drugs are so strong and so evil. You know, me and Mike were just talking about this. All the good shit that you ever thought you were doing while you were using drugs, if it's gone, is because you were using drugs. Because what you're putting in your body, what you're fucking getting high, all that shit, them drugs are evil. That is the root of evil right there, them drugs. And when you're putting, so say, like I was doing, I was trying to get high and still love everybody and still try and be like the girl that wanted to help everybody out. And then everything I got fucking stolen multiple times. I got so many shitty situations multiple times, because whether I'm in my head thinking I'm doing good for people, whether it doesn't matter what I'm thinking, because what I'm putting in my body is essentially an evil thing. And so if I'm doing something evil, but thinking that I'm trying to help other people, I'm just going to get shit. All I'm going to get is shit on and shit back, because you can't have good things and still want to do bad shit like use drugs. It just doesn't work that way. You know, you could have fucking I mean, you have a nice house, nice car, good life. Drugs will take it all away from you. And that's not because, I mean, it is because of the decisions that you make. But there is also a lot of it that comes from just random selection because you're putting evil into your body. That's my thoughts on it. And so I feel like there's nothing good for anybody down there. I mean, the only thing that I could say that's good is the community, the sense of togetherness, the sense of family among the addicts, among the users and the dealers, or among the people that are getting high in the spot together. There's a family. You come to a spot and you're like, oh, these people. It's a family, and it's hard to leave that because that stuff is comfortable. That stuff feels safe, even though it's so unsafe. So I just I don't know. I'm still just trying to process that. It's been a few days or a couple days since I watched it, but I still just keep replaying parts of it in my head, and I've been really emotional the past couple days. I was reading one of those stupid dream, one of those like excerpts from on Facebook where it's like a dream. It's like an app, is dream, like story app. And the people write so bad. Like it's all misspellings and bad grammar and bad pronunciation. Everything's all fucking terrible. But the one I was reading yesterday, I was crying. And I don't know. I've just been really emotional, and it could be because now I'm back here on tether again. I mean, it's not really technically, I don't got nothing around my ankle, but one of my friends did say, oh, you just got out tether, back on tether, biat. So it sucks being here again. It's so funny. My mom read this thing that was like like a meme. She's been obsessed with memes lately. That was like I think I'm ready to start getting out there and getting into relationships again. And then the universe says, oh, yeah, unleashes a deadly virus that prohibits people from having any social interaction. And then the response is like me, says, well played. I mean, that's how it feels. We just start maybe getting out there, getting out of ourselves, and then boom, we got this shit going on. So, yeah, I just keep praying. I pray for everybody to stay healthy. We're all staying healthy here as much as we can. I'm worried about my grandma and grandpa. I'm worried about Kyrie because she doesn't have the immunities, I can't do this. This is supposed to be about Kevin. Kevin, I love you, man. It's really, really worth getting fucking clean just to get the fucking antibiotics. Maybe even if you could take some shit in there with you. That's a great idea. Suboxone's a great idea. It sucks. It's still a drug, but it's not fucking getting out there using dope. It's not putting you in these shitty situations. But it's worth it for your health, man. You can't fucking die because you don't want to be dope sick. Would you rather be dead or dope sick? I mean, sometimes when you're dope sick, you feel like you want to die. But really, you got a lot to live for. You got a lot to live for, Kevin. You got a lot to live for, man. And I am just always thinking about you. And I just hope the best for you. I just want you to make the right decision for your life, for your health, for the people that care about you, for your family. It's really important. So, before I make a total disaster myself and start crying really hard, I'm going to end this. Call my mom. Okay, so, thank you everybody for being there, offering your support and your kind words of encouragement. It really makes me feel good. I will try and do more later. Maybe I'm trying it on live after I talk to my mom. So I'll see all you guys later. I love you, Kevin. Keep your head up.